Hello, hello everyone. Very wet, dusty stage with Chris DeRose. We're about to turn this camera around and show you what's going to happen, and then I'll tell you who this beautiful man is. Look at that, everybody. All right. Try not to split our party up, but we have Eric with us today. Chris DeRose.
Hello.
Myself, of course. And then in another boat is Mike and some friends of Chris's. And we're going to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure in the rain. It's raining today, and then we'll wander around the park and tell you what's going on at Disneyland, what the park looks like in the rain. Of course, a couple of weeks ago we had fires, and now we're having rains.
Blame it on the rain.
That's right. I think you're there.
On that one?
Yeah. You're in the second seat. There we go. Me. And because they're all prepared, I'm not. I have a waterproof jacket. My shoes are already soaked. This is Chris's first time and Eric's first time.
I have a confession. I never rode Splash Mountain. Not here. So this is really my first time.
All right. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. I'm not going to ruin anything for either of you. I will just say, did you put your seatbelts on? Because the loop is pretty terrifying.
Oh, seatbelts. Oh my God.
Since Eric and Chris have never been on and I put them in the front, they don't know what to expect. Plenty of video on MiceChat of this ride from the front row if you're looking for it. Visit our YouTube channel.
Look at all these beautiful faces. Let's join Louis up ahead and find some musicians for our party.
It's Louis the alligator right there looking under the cart.
Man, it's hard to find a band in the dark.
This is really beautiful.
It is beautiful. Much greener than the old ride.
Yeah. The music is excellent.
I like this alligator made out of boards.
I'm not seeing any musicians.
No sweat, Louis. We're just getting started.
Never ever lose sight of what's really important. Getting wet. It's so wet up here. We're getting wetter just from the rain than we are from what's going to happen up ahead.
You don't have far to go. Tell the people where to go.
Oh boy, here we go. We're really in the bayou now.
Tiana, let's get it, y'all. This man she found can play. Hallelujah.
They can play, no doubt. We'll have
Attention, y'all. Remain seated because your log's about to get going. Hallelujah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, my. This Raw band can jam.
now have a wet butt and soaked shoes.
Oh my goodness.
Let's get you back to your big, old, beautiful self. Let's get you big again. Cause the bigger you are, the bigger the splash you'll make in the pond. Get you to the party. You'll get there in no time. Guaranteed.
All right, big drop,
It's gonna be good.
big drop. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, if this wasn't a rainy day and I wasn't already soaked, I would be disappointed right now, but just a little extra water. Wow.
Yeah. That was a bath. That was a bath.
It is coming down right now. I don't know if y'all can see the rain in the video, but
Oh my goodness. That was great.
well, the best is yet to come. We haven't even got to the party.
Oh. On a hot summer day, that would be perfect.
It is a very, very pretty ride.
Well, the movie too was so beautiful, and the ride just complements it so nicely. It's a great addition, I think.
Yeah. The ride takes place several years after the movie, so that's why Tiana looks different. She's not dressed in her princess outfit. She's a businesswoman now.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get going soon. It is really coming down.
Woo.
We're definitely getting wetter from the rain. Although I think the one scene you get wettest is where you're in the dark and
Yeah.
the little bumps, you get soaked. There we go. Flor de Bayou, home of Princess Tiana and Prince Naveen. Oh my gosh.
Wow. How often does this happen at Disneyland? That it rains like this?
Rarely.
Disney World?
Every day at
Every
Disney
day.
World. Disneyland, never. In fact, we're going to walk by something in just a second to show you why they don't even think of the rain. How you holding up, Eric?
I got so.
He is completely drenched. Completely drenched. The water-resistant jacket I had did not hold up good. Yeah.
This is not one.
It's such a joyful. It's a long time to be trapped here. I hope this isn't a breakdown.
Yeah, that would be bad.
This is not the right spot. Break down inside. I'm putting my hood on.
Which do you like better, Splash Mountain or this one?
Here we go.
I just know the one from years and years ago from Florida. But
Yep. Here we go. The big party.
oh wow.
Keep looking at Tiana. She's broken. Poor Tiana looked like she had stage fright.
What a band! Tiana sure knows how to make a party special. Just fill it up with special people like you.
Flipped it around so you could see Mama Odie there behind me, and sometimes Juju pops up. Back to the front. Yeah, that Tiana figure has been broken for at least a month and a half, maybe longer. All right, we're going to get off this ride and then we're going to briefly chat with our special guests today, Chris and Eric, to see what they think. That was fun. We got to start on a major e-ticket in no small part because of the rain. We were able to get on very quickly. Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so mad. My jeans are sticking to my thighs. Hi, Mike. Everybody's coming up saying, I got soaked.
Absolutely drenching, but fun.
I'm completely soaked. Completely soaked.
Look at Eric's boots.
Those are fantastic.
Thank God I wore them. Oh my God, I'm soaked.
Woo!
You did it.
Little wet, but a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Tiana's truck over here, where she delivers the goods from her bakery.
Yeah, where are you?
Right here. See your picture. Did you find us?
Right there.
But I'm gonna be in the front. I'm gonna be in the front. I'm still gonna be in the front.
Record that number
Right,
and
next time
I'll
I'm gonna be in the front.
download the photo later. I think there's a camera in my face. We're gonna step under the eaves here for 1 second. Right here. All right.
Wow. Wow. Oh boy.
So, first ride on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, but before we talk
Yes.
about it, I want to let everyone know who you are.
Sure.
So, this is my good friend, Chris DeRose,
Hello.
who I met when you were working in Chicago, but Chris is a news reporter. You're now CBS affiliate in Pittsburgh.
Yep, CBS News Pittsburgh, KDKA TV, one of the oldest and most renowned television news networks in the country. So I'm proud to be a reporter, but I'm also proud to be taking a vacation and getting away from things and coming to the place I love, Disneyland. I love Disney World, don't get me wrong. I grew up going there, but Disneyland's kind of my home park. So,
And you come and visit your good buddy Dusty in the rain.
I do.
And where do I take you? First thing off the bat, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, so you can get even wetter.
absolutely. And you know what? First time on that ride, really enjoyed it. Yeah, because I love the movie, and I think the ride itself moved really nicely. Very wet. If you're coming here, please know it's not just the rain here today. This is a very, very, very wet ride. So you want to have not one, but I tried to do 2 ponchos, one over my
Yeah,
lap.
he kept a poncho over his lap like
Yeah.
a dress.
The only thing that's really soaked are my feet. So
Yep, my shoes, I'm squishing when I walk,
Yep,
which is
same
not
way.
a great feeling. It's like the nails on a chalkboard kind of feeling. But it's a rainy day anyway. I was going to be soaked one way or another,
Absolutely.
so I'm good with it. Now the big question:
Shoot.
Did you ever ride Splash Mountain?
the one at Disney World, I believe
Okay.
I did do.
And they
but
did this overlay in both
Yes.
Disneyland and Disney World. So what do you think for a modern audience and a young kid? A plus, a negative?
I think it's a total plus. It's a perfect addition to the movie. You get to see all these characters. You have that great music, and then the colors are really, really vibrant.
It's a beautiful ride.
It is.
Yeah.
It
I
is.
know a lot of people really miss Splash Mountain, and I do too, but I think as far as rides go for kids, this is probably a little less scary for kids.
Yep.
There is no villain in this ride. You notice that?
Yeah.
No Dr. Facilier.
No.
There's nothing scary. Mama Odie make you little.
But other than that,
But then she makes you big again.
that makes you big, and then you go down a big hill,
Yep.
and honestly, you get wet on the big hill, but it's the
The little one.
the
in
little one
The room that
inside.
used to have the bees, and
Yep.
now I don't know what it has now.
That's what
Lightning
gets you.
bugs?
Yeah,
It
right.
really gets you. We're going to go out into the park here briefly, look at the rain, how the
boy.
park operates, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about your experience today. You were in both parks.
Yep.
And you saw a lot of closed attractions, but other parks like Knott's Berry Farm and Six Flags were closed today
Completely.
because of the rain. So even though there was rain, did you get a lot done?
I got a ton done. I got here at Rope Drop, and I've hit almost every ride I've wanted to do. And it's been, even though I had Lightning Lane, don't really need it. It's been walk-ons at every ride we've gone up to. The only one we had to wait was Rise of the Resistance. It was the first ride we did, but it kind of broke down right as we got to the line at 8 a.m. And then they got up and running. It was fun. But we waited for a little longer for that. But other than that, it's been walk-ons everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in this part, most of the attractions stay open. I'm just turning it around for just a second here. You see me in my Jedi look with my hood up, but there you are. So the park today, you spent so much time here. In fact, you used to work at Universal for a while.
I did. I was a VIP and studio guide at Universal, so I've been in parks in rain. It does happen in California.
And I think Disneyland handles it pretty well. They have some problem with drainage, so you walk through a lot of puddles as you go through, but so many of the attractions stay open. I'm turning around for a moment because we're walking past Winnie the Pooh, and you might not expect Winnie the Pooh to be closed. They're cycling it again. You know what? I think we have to ride Winnie the Pooh.
I'm okay
have
with
you
that.
been on it today?
I have not been on Winnie the Pooh
Eric,
today.
you've never been on Winnie the Pooh.
No, I have not.
All right, we're going to do it just because when we walked in to go to Tiana's, it was closed, and now it's open, so there's no one in line. We're just going to do it. What do you think, folks? You want us to do Winnie the Pooh, risk our lives with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? Then give us a thumbs up. Thumbs up for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I haven't been on this ride in a while. I'm excited.
My hair is so soaked. It's Just took the hood off because I'm sweating under there. But I don't know if it's really sweat, it's just water dripping down my face. It's the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree up there. So Chris and I met in Chicago. I was doing the Walt Disney Birthplace Project, saving and restoring the place where Walt Disney was born.
Which is so cool.
And Chris came out and did a whole segment on it, and we just kind of clicked, and we've stayed in contact ever since. One of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Vice versa, vice versa.
And I love it. No matter where in the world Chris goes, we always stay in contact, and when he's in town, we get together. So let's do this. Let's go
Let's do it.
ride. You know, Winnie the Pooh is now in the public. Winnie the Pooh is in the public domain. So other people have started making Winnie the Pooh content, including a horror film called. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Here we go.
Me, Tigger. T-I-double-R.
T-I-double-R.
I can't remember the last time I was on this. It has to be years ago.
I'm trying to remember when they opened it, but I think it was in the late 90s.
That sounds right.
Did you get Maryland's book and then tap on your brain?
That was one of my favorite movies though, growing up. I loved all the Disney Winnie the Pooh.
We had a director with us on Friday, just before the Gumball Rally, on a panel discussion, and he directed one of the last Winnie the Pooh movies that was done. It was a kind of amazing weekend. We had a panel discussion on Friday, and then Saturday was our big Gumball Rally, our biggest one ever, which was Cinnamon Award. Rocketeer and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Great Mouse Detective, Dick Tracy. And then on Sunday, we did a big meetup in the hub of Disneyland. Huge turnouts for everything. It was just fantastic. But next year, we've announced the theme, and the villains are taking over the rally, and they're telling their stories in their own words, sort of like Wicked. So
That's going to be fantastic.
everybody's very excited for that. You'll have to come back for that.
You let me know. Can you tell me the date? I'll book a flight right now.
I know this is so wet. Look, it's a bath in here. Oh my gosh. Look at this. We're in, oh my gosh, the seat is soaking wet.
Do you want some of this?
No, too late now. I'm sitting on it. My butt is a sponge.
This is more than a blustery day, as Winnie Pooh would say. This is a full-on monsoon here. This is what they say. It is.
Let's face it. Here we go.
This is indoors.
One blustery day in hot neighborhood, a little bear named Winnie the Pooh set off in search of honey.
Look, Mama, look! I'm coming!
Hang on tightly, Roo.
Happy Wednesday.
We'll save you, Piglet! First the wind, and now this.
Whee! This is fun!
Goodness gracious.
Hello! Right this way.
Who's having an out-of-body experience?
That's going to be later. After I dry off.
Dear honey, beware, beware.
This is an acid trip. That honey pot right there in the center of the room that's hanging from the ceiling, that's where Teddy Bear used to drop down in the Country Bear show. And then look up behind you as we go through here, and you'll see Larry, Buck, and Melman.
Wake up, Brooke. Wake up. Wake up.
Are they still there?
Oh,
Oh, it's back there. I missed them. I missed them.
Pooh boy, it's your birthday. It's time for your party, Pooh.
I do hope you like my gift, Pooh Bear.
I've never seen so many presents.
Hope you like my present. Presents for Pooh.
Oh, that was fun.
It's almost like a modern Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Yes.
It smacks of that. It's great.
I don't think this ride is long for the world. I think they're going to make it more Bayou. Could imagine this becoming a ride themed to Ray the Firefly. Hello, how are you?
I hope it doesn't go away. I like that ride a lot.
Oh, I like it too, but I think that this whole land is now called Bayou Country.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense because it was Critter Country before, which would have made sense for Pooh and Tiana's Bayou Adventure, but
Absolutely.
they intentionally changed it to Bayou Country.
Aw.
And Winnie the Pooh is not in a bayou.
No,
so
he's not.
I think that's a sign that eventually, when they have the money and the thought, they'll change that ride over to something more Bayou
Deep
related.
in the 100-acre woods, somewhere.
In the bayou.
Yeah, somewhere in the bayou. They'll just have to find another place.
But
for
Disney
Winnie.
makes so much money on Winnie the Pooh that they will build a Pooh something somewhere.
They'll have to. If they don't, I'll be very sad.
Oh my goodness, Chris.
I've never quite been in the park when it's like this. I used to work Halloween Horror Nights, and this is years ago. I want to say Halloween Horror Nights 2018. We had to shut down everything because we just got torrential rain, and this really reminds me of it. We couldn't walk anywhere. Everything was flooding, but this feels like it. It's a lot of rain, but there's still dedicated people like us here making it happen.
Walking onto rides like Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Winnie the Pooh.
My favorite ride is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and I walked right onto that ride today.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Matterhorn, you can ride that in the rain.
I haven't done the Matterhorn yet. Yeah.
And you know that it works in the rain because how do they break it at the bottom? Water. They break down into the water, so
True.
little water won't hurt the Matterhorn.
That's very true. That's very true. And we still got the boats running, or at least they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the Mark Twain down the
Yep.
turning.
We just
turning the
missed
bend.
it. I thought we keep thinking that we're seeing lightning. We're not. It's the flashes from Bayou Adventures just because it's dark and you can kind of see the rain on the river. The whole river is very much churning. There's a lot of water coming down right now.
Nobody's canoeing.
We're
Not
acting
today.
like we're on storm watch. Do it.
kind
Use
of.
your storm watch voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at Disneyland Resort, and I got to tell you, it is pouring down rain here. Now, a lot of people moving around, trying to take shelter, but other people just braving it with ponchos and waterproof gear, things like that. If you're coming out here, just know you're going to get wet. And some people may say stay home. No, if you're a true Disney fan, you don't have to stay home. You just have to be prepared. And that's what we're all doing right now. We're being prepared.
That was spot on perfect. off the cuff. I put him on the spot and he delivered. But Chris lives for this. When the pandemic was happening and he was always there, don't you need somebody to record anything for MiceChat? So we're headed up a little bit of a hill. This is a bridge that goes over the last stretch of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So you splash down and then you go under this bridge. But because we're raised here, when it rains, the water naturally rolls downhill, you see there, into this brand new shop that Madame Leota built. And so the last time it rained a few weeks ago, it flooded.
Of course.
So now there are walls up so that they can figure out how to reroute the runoff and keep the shop from flooding. The shop is not closed. You just have to enter by the exit to the Haunted Mansion.
Now, the magic of Disney, they'll figure out a way to make it not flood.
Magnets, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pepper's Ghost Illusions. They'll figure something out. How about a drain? How about putting in a drain?
I was just going to say a canal somewhere.
And you can see there that the shop is still open. You just have to walk around the construction walls. Oh my goodness. There are just puddles everywhere. So I keep hitting them because I'm not paying attention. You're looking at things in the park. You step in a giant puddle. We do not have our normal gear with us, so there's no gimbal. I'm not using our microphones because they're not waterproof. So if you notice that the video is a little bit jumpy, that's because we don't have our gimbal, and if we're not quite as clear, we don't have our microphones. But you know what? You're live in the rain, everybody, so we do a lot for you. We would do anything for you.
Well, that's the first rule of broadcasting. Go live however you can go live, and that's what we're doing right here.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're not on Zoom, so that's a little better.
That's true. That's very true.
And there's the Haunted Mansion. They're not even using the extended queue. You just kind of walk right in.
13 minutes.
13 minutes for the Haunted Mansion means no wait.
Yep.
So on both what used to be the Tower of Terror and here at the Haunted Mansion, they use the number 13 as sort of a joke because it's supposed to be a spooky number. How you doing, Eric?
Soaking wet, but having fun.
Eric helped us out at Gumball Rally. He sold all the merchandise, sold all of it. It's all gone. Have you been to Tiana's Palace yet?
I have. I got beignets there earlier.
The new strawberry one?
I did.
It sort of looks like they ripped a heart out of an animal.
A little bit. You know what, though? I mixed them up, got the powdered sugar on them, had a coffee. It was the perfect, mid-morning snack to kind of keep going, keep fueling. So I recommend the beignets.
Well, you can't go wrong with a fried dough,
No.
especially with a filling. The old beignet had a lemon icebox filling. I think most people like the strawberry better. Mike has found his shot. You all know Mike is our photographer. You can hear the rain coming down through the trees. It's beautiful.
It feels like Florida almost.
Oh, no. Did you? He didn't take a picture with his camera because he doesn't want to get it wet.
Oh, no.
Suzanne, I hope you're watching. We've noticed that you're not here in the rain with us. Normally have our Suzanne Lee, and she said, oh, I don't know about today. Mardi Gras decorations up in New Orleans Square here, Chris. So Christmas came down, Mardi Gras went up, and they have some special Mardi Gras foods in some of the shops around here. My tip to everybody is the king cake. It's a little personal-sized king cake, no baby on the inside.
Oh.
You know, I like a little baby in my king cake.
You know, that's tradition if you've ever been down to New Orleans. And hey, if you've been down there too, we were talking beignets, you got to go to Cafe Du Monde. It's delicious, but I would say a very close second to Cafe Du Monde would be coming here and getting the beignets at Disneyland.
Really?
I thoroughly enjoy them. But maybe I just like fried dough.
I love a fried dough.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a left here and head towards the castle to look at the water in the lagoon, and the fountains, and talk about Disneyland's 70th anniversary, which is just about to hit.
You know, I had when we had the 60th, we got it was the 60s, the diamond pin, I believe, or the diamond anniversary.
Yes.
So I had a diamond pin, and I had it in storage briefly for a couple of weeks with a lot of my Disney memorabilia. Storage unit flooded. I lost everything. So I had all these pins. I had the pin you gave me from the Disney house.
Yes.
All of it went away. And I'm still so sad that I lost that pin because it was one of those treasured keepsakes.
But a pin wouldn't be destroyed by a flood.
Well, it got mold all over it.
Oh, so you
from where
just
it was
tossed
sitting.
everything.
Yeah. So I had to just chuck it.
That's
But-
heartbreaking. I'm going to send you a pin. Let's just walk by Big Thunder on our way to the castle because we'll look and see what the wait is like.
Big Thunder is always my favorite ride.
showing you the ground, folks. All the little puddles and the way the light reflects. So you get the little ripples in the water and then the light reflecting off the ground. This is the most beautiful time of night always, but even more so when it's slick with rain.
The magic hour.
It is. I mean, this looks like studio lighting. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, I'm going to send you a Disney mansion pin. So is Big Thunder down?
It is. Yeah. Probably too hard to rain.
Yeah, maybe. I think they operate in a light rain because we know it was running earlier. But this might be just a little bit too heavy even for Big Thunder. So you see this big switchback queue empty. But the Mark Twain is running. We're not going to ride Mark Twain today. We just did that a couple of weeks ago for you. We ride the Mark Twain a lot because it serves a lot of people and you don't have to wait in line very long if you time it right.
What now? Do you have a favorite ride here in the park, or is that a Sophie's choice? Is that?
Are you telling me to choose between my children?
Yeah, kind of. Well, let me put it this way. What is one of your favorite rides?
So I will say, you know, everybody wants to know what does the Dusty Sage like best, and I think of the classic rides, Haunted Mansion and Pirates, for their sheer showmanship and the length of the experience and the music and the lighting and the sound. It's the full Disney experience. But for the newer rides right now, I'm loving Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
It's so much fun.
It feels like an attraction Walt Disney himself would have designed using modern technology and modern ride system, but a ride the whole family can enjoy.
The
and then
animation's really beautiful.
Surprise of some really interesting motions, and you're dancing with Daisy, and it's really cool. We're taking a little side path. There are all these little alleyways and spots that you can go at Disneyland that a lot of parks don't build. The California Adventure only has really one main. Oh yeah, this is a very, very wet spot. Ooh. So walk off to this. I don't know why I picked that way. We just walked through a little lagoon.
I have seen cast members out here with push brooms though, trying to get the big puddles out of the way for folks.
Well,
to
I
move.
feel bad. We watched a cast member for like an hour push water out of the way, but he's battling Mother Nature.
It's a thankless job.
Look at this. Tree is blooming, so it's spring here now in California. Now that it has rained over the next several weeks, we're really going to have a lot of foliage, greenery. The mountains that are usually brown will turn green. See all the ripples in the water there. And look, the little lights twinkling in the hub. This is really what Disneyland is all about for me. That's why I come back and I love this place. I usually don't even ride rides, Chris. I just come to the park and wander around, take photos, and write about what's new.
Well, see, you have that luxury. I used to come here a lot more when I lived in California, but now that I only get out here once or twice a year, I got to make the most of it. So I'm running and gunning every chance I get into the park. I try and hit as many rides as possible. And like I was telling you, I have a lot of favorites. Big Thunder is top of my list because when I was a little kid, my dad took me on that ride, and he told me, he was like, "This is a big kid ride, and you're a big kid now, so you get to ride this ride." And it's this beautiful moment of nostalgia, and like my dad's still with me. Obviously, I've told him this, but yeah, it's my favorite thing, going on that ride, thinking of my dad, thinking the first time I rode it, and just getting on the wildest ride in the wilderness. But I did today for the first time ever, because the line's always been too long. I did Peter Pan for the first time ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my! What did you think?
Loved it.
Yeah, it's great.
It's quick. It's very
it's
quick.
Very short.
It's reminds me a little the length like Flight of the Hippogriff if you're a Wizarding World of Harry Potter fan. But I really loved just jumping back into that world in Peter Pan and Neverland, and I really great experience, and I can't wait to do it again. But the line for that is always super long, and today it was walk right on.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So you asked me what my favorite ride or rides were. What about you?
Yeah, definitely Big Thunder. Peter Pan's pretty good. I would say of the newer rides, Rise of the Resistance is one of the greatest amusement park attractions,
period, just everything you get to do. If you're a Star Wars fan, and Lord knows I am, it's so wonderful to go in there, be fully immersed in that world. You're going into all these different scenarios. You have to get on the starship, and then you get captured and you have to get off, and then you have to get onto another escape pod. There's something magical that happens when it takes you into this room and there are real AT-ATs standing there, and they're just giant above you. The first time I went on that ride, I got off and I had tears in my eyes, because I didn't know a theme park attraction could do that, could make you experience all these different things and take you on that adventure. And it really did. It's when it's working, it's
Are you ready for me to blow your mind a little bit?
sure, with the wind, yes.
I know the wind is really whipping up right now, so it's probably another big storm about to hit us. But Star Wars Land, since it opened, Galaxy's Edge, has not had the classic Star Wars characters. It's just been the ones from the newer films. And a lot of fans lamented the fact that they go into the land, they can't see Darth Vader or Luke or Leia. Well, for Season of the Force, which is coming up soon, it's a month-and-a-half long promotion here in the park, Luke Skywalker will be in Galaxy's Edge, which means they are willing to loosen the timeline. And I have hope, Imagineering, you are my only hope, that maybe we can have more of the Star Wars characters that we love in the parks.
Love that.
I love it as well. But we're here at the castle because the 70th anniversary is just about to hit. And in May, they will start the celebration for Disneyland's 70th anniversary. 70 years, 7 decades. It's amazing how much is still here, including this castle. But there will be new banners and bunting on the castle. Mickey and Minnie have new outfits. There'll be new food and lots of merchandise. But here are the big changes. You ready? So starting in May, we have Paint the Night returning, which is one of the most beautiful nighttime parades ever. It's like a modern day version of the electrical parade, but with really huge, impressive floats. California Adventure, they have a Pixar parade returning. They will have a brand new World of Color in celebration of Walt's opening day speech. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. And the theme of the celebration is happiness, based on that speech. All who come to this happy place. So the happiest place on earth will be celebrating happy for the 70th. Then, if you come back on Disney's actual birthday in July 17th, they're going to launch a new show in the Opera House instead of Lincoln, a Walt Disney animatronic called Walt Disney: A Magical Life. There will be a museum exhibit about Disneyland's 70 years, 7 decades, in the foyer of the Opera House, and also as you exit the Walt Theater. And then in the cinema on Main Street, there will be a tribute to the Sherman Brothers.
Gotta love the Sherman Brothers.
Now, Richard Sherman, just before he passed away last year, wrote a final verse to It's a Small World about unity, and that's what the little short film is about. And then if you go and ride Small World, they will have added the new verse to the ride.
Love that.
How, can you believe it? It's just, I think that as far as nostalgia goes, that's all pretty good. I'm turning this around. One last time here with my buddy, Chris DeRose.
In the rain.
In front of the castle. And my friend, thank you for being a trooper and sticking it out with us here in the rain. But I think it's special for people to see the park in all of its elements. And usually here in California, when it's snowing where you all are, wherever you live, in Nome, Alaska, here in California, the trees are green and the roses are blooming. And rarely does it ever rain, but we're getting some rain. And so that's why we're acting like this light rain is the biggest thing that's ever happened, because to some of us, well, it is. Take care, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your visit. And to all of you out there in MiceChat land, we love you. Thank you for sticking with us through a great Gumball Rally weekend. This very rainy video. And oh no, Chris, what's happening? I'm spinning out of control. He's spinning out of control. No, not again.